Hello! In this session, we will be talking about your total web presence hub and spokes. This is an important part in your marketing system. Marketing is a system. And the previous sessions, we started building all of those building blocks for creating a step-by-step approach to your marketing. And those steps, just to quick review, there are 7 steps to small business marketing success. The first one was strategy before tactics, to fill out your marketing hourglass, and to publish educational content. Now, all of those things are working together. They're not separate, they're not, different tasks. They're all working together to build that system for you. Today, we're going to create a total web presence. And then in the next following sessions, we will look at use a lead generation trio, making selling a system 2, and live by the calendar. The outline of today's session is going to be blogging basics, SEO, which is search engine optimization, and then keyword search and the best practices with respect to your total web presence. Now, what I would like to say is having a website is real must. In the olden days, people always relied on having a brochure and a flyer, and they thought that was enough for their marketing. Nowadays, it's not. And if you don't have a website, you're not in business. You're not in business at all. So having a website is such an important factor in building your total web presence. Because a lot of people actually going online, they're going on the internet, and more and more people are actually searching on the internet, looking for businesses, looking for products and services, and looking for information. So if you're not on the web, it's very difficult for people to find you. It's something that you have to do. It's no longer whether you should or you shouldn't have a website. It is a must, so long as you are in business. Now, having a website is not enough. It's not enough. There are other things that you should be also more visible in doing online. And one of those is having a blog. Now, having a blog is such an important thing for people to find you. For those who have a blog, you probably know now the effectiveness of it. For those that may not have a blog yet, they may say, nobody wants to read my blog. Well, it's true maybe, but the thing is with blogging is that Google search and other search engine, they love blogs. They go and get that information to help people find new information on the net. And what happens is that Google picks up all the new information that is coming online, and they index them to make it easy for others to find them, for the people who are searching on the net to find them. Because, there's so much information online, and Google wants to be able to support that by helping people find that information. So it's not a question whether people will come directly to your blog to read it. It's primarily getting Google to index the information that you put, and people will come to your blog using Google. So it's such an important factor for you to become more visible online. Now, the basics of blogging. Now, you need to start actually thinking about blogging in a very serious manner. And I will give you the steps, very basic steps, so that you can start blogging today. and you can start becoming more visible today. It will help you in your ranking. Now, imagine if people are searching for your product and your service and they cannot find you on the first page of Google search. How many of you actually, when you were searching for something, went to the second page or even more than the third page? No one goes that far. So if people cannot find you on the first page or the second page, they won't find you at all. So blogging helps you rank high on the search engine. It's such a free tool that is available for you to use to enable you to rank, to be with the big boys. You need to start to thinking big, no matter how small you are in terms of the size of the company that you have. You can still rank high on the search engine. And I will go through the blogging basics with you today. Configure WordPress.org. Now, WordPress is a leader software in blogging. You can go WordPress.org and download the software immediately, right now. It will give you some very basic themes that you can actually use right away and start on your way to blogging. Now, as a business, you may want to configure WordPress, make it look pretty, and basically start to match it with your branding. There are premium or custom themes. There are themes that you can actually start to design it to look like it is your business in order to have the same kind of feature as your brand. You may need some help with this from a web designer, and that will help you. Could also attach a blog to your website. You know, many websites are actually now using WordPress. They're building the whole website on WordPress. And it really, Google loves WordPress. So it will help you rank extremely high on the search engine. WordPress also have pages. So when you create those pages, just like the pages you create for your website, you can use WordPress to actually create pages for your website. Posts are basically the blog. You post things every day, and then you allow people, it allows people to comment on your blog. Now, this is something which is very powerful. Now, the thing is with blogging, it is such a powerful tool. With WordPress, it makes that tool much, much easier. Plugins and widgets. WordPress can also help you add plugins and widgets. These are very powerful tools. They add functionality to your website. It allows people to go and add their name and their email and their contact details for you to connect with them. This is where you can do surveys. The surveys, you can do them on your website, and WordPress has that kind of functionality. Now, you may say, I don't know anything about having a website or designing a website. You may need some help in getting WordPress going for you. RSS feed, subscribe. Can you see that little thing there? This one. This is a sign that you use for RSS feed. This thing is basically allows people to subscribe to your blog, okay? And every time you post something on that blog, it brings that post that you have put on your blog to their email or to Google Reader, which we will discuss today. So RSS feed allows people to follow you. They don't have to come to your website to get that post, to read it. it will come to them, to their email or to Google Reader, which we will explain how to do it today. Okay, this is a very, very interesting concept. SEO, Search Engine Optimization Cupcake. The search engine optimization is such an important aspect of being found online. You need to optimize your content. You know, the content that we created in the previous session is now coming to play. It will help you rank high on the search engine. But you need to incorporate all the various elements of the cupcake, of the SEO cupcake. First of all, you will create content, okay? The content that we've discussed in the previous session. And in that content, you will use the keywords. Keywords that people actually use when they are searching for your type of product and service or the information that you put on the net. The keywords are things that people actually put on Google search. Now, and this is something we will discuss in the next session, in the next slide, sorry. Links. Now, when you have created that post, you are going to amplify it. You are going to link that post and send it to your Facebook page, post it on Twitter, put it on LinkedIn, and you go social. The idea of linking your post with other platforms on the network, on the internet, it really helps you rank high as well. So in order to be able to rank high and be visible on the search engine, you need to do all of these. You need to create content. You need to use the keywords that people use to search for your kind of content in that post that you have put. And you need to link it to other platforms, to other websites, to other social media platforms that are available, that you are using as well. So this is the SEO cupcake. Keyword search. Now, it's very important that you use those keywords that people use when they're searching on the net for your type of industry, your type of business. And the keywords, remember when we did the survey right at the beginning of these sessions, we asked people, what do you write when you search for my type of business? And remember, we asked them for the words that they use. And this is where, you know, those surveys that we've done in the beginning were so powerful because we got so much information out of them that now we are making use of them. Now let me give you a very simple example. Keywords is, for example, okay, I'm a consultant for small business marketing. What are the words that actually people use in order to find my kind of business? They can use small business marketing. They might put internet marketing for small businesses, small business internet marketing, and so on. What I'm trying to do here is take those words and put them in the content that I'm producing on my blog. This is the body of content work and SEO search. What we're trying to do is increase the chances of people finding us on the net. Now, there are tools though. How do you find your keywords? You see, ask your clients what they search. Every time someone comes to your business and you ask them, how did you find us? They say, oh, we found you on the net. Okay, that's great. What words did you use to find my kind of business? And then you start building those keywords yourself and start using those words in your content. Now, there are tools that in websites that actually help you find those keywords. If you go to freekeywords.wordtracker.com, it will tell you the words that are mostly used for your type of business, for your type of industry. The word tracker is a very important it gives you that kind of information. So if you go to this website and use this URL, you will be able to find the keywords that people use when they are searching for your kind of business. Another website is adwords.google.com/select/keywords-tool-external. Again, you will find they will give you a percentage or the number of people that have actually used certain words in order to find your kind of business. So you begin to build these keywords that you will use in your content to help people find you in Google and come and visit your blog. This, in essence, what we're trying to do here is rank you high on the search engine. This is the search engine optimization. The higher you are on the search engine, the more credibility you get. People will see that you are an expert in your field, and that's why you are ranking high on the search engine. It gives you credibility. People will start calling you because you are ranking high. And I can assure you that this is something that you may need to work hard on it in the beginning, but it will give you the results with time. This is something that it doesn't happen immediately. You need to start working hard on getting yourself optimized and ranking high on the search engines. And it's not a difficult thing to do. You just need to be, as we said, committed and persistent in doing this for your business. You also need to study your competitors. Now, you need to know what are your competitors doing online. You need to see how are they ranking as opposed to your ranking on the search engine, because you want to be ranking higher. And you need to go and see whether their website is doing better than yours. And you need to find out why is their ranking higher. But there are free tools as well that can help you discover that. Website Grader. You can get a web designer or a web expert to help you grade your website against the website of your competitor. You will be able to determine here whether there is something that you need to do in order to be able to find out how best you can grade your website higher than your competitor online. There is Rank Checker. If you go on Google now and put Rank Checker, it will give you the tools to compare your website against the website of your competitor. There is SEO Toolbar, which you can also use, and there is Alexa Toolbar. You need to do a little bit of search in using these tools to help you understand what is your competitor doing as far as their website is concerned, and what are you doing. This will help you improve the ranking of your website on the search engine. The best practices. Now, if you want to be able to improve your visibility online, there are a number of steps that you need to take in order to be able to rank high. Read, follow, and listen. Now, we're not internet expert. We're not as small businesses, and we're not web designers, and we're not web, we don't have that kind of expertise. But believe me, you can do it. You first start to read what is there on the net that is related to your business, especially within your area. What is being said with respect to the topics and the information and the different kind of articles that are being published that relates to your type of industry and business. And then you begin to follow. You read, follow, and listen. You follow people online to see what are they saying and what are they posting, and you can actually subscribe to their blogs and follow what they're doing. And when you subscribe, that information comes to you. You don't have to search every day to what is being written. You identify certain blogs and certain people that you would like to follow to feed you with information. Because the thing is, you want ideas for your blog. You want to be able to write something. But where do you get their ideas? You get them from following other people, because then you will identify the topics and the areas that are most written about and start to engage in actually doing more of yourself. And listen. I'm going to be talking about listening. I'm not physically listening, but more or less following up and reading what other people are doing. And I'm going to introduce the tools that you may want to use to create those listening stations. Write what people search. When you identify the keywords, you will be able to understand the kind of content that people are looking for. So therefore, you need to begin to write what people search and begin to use those keywords into creating content for your blog. Feed the spider often. When we say the spider, we mean the web. You need to feed it with information. It really depends on how often you're going to put content on your blog. If you do it once, it's no good. Google will pick it once and that's it. What you need to do is to start to practice and to commit to doing something at various intervals. You can put it on your calendar that I'm going to add content to my blog on every 2 weeks. And then after a while you say, okay, I'm going to add content every week. And then you get better and better at making that commitment and start blogging twice or even 3 times a week. It doesn't have to be an extensive article that you put on your blog. It can be very basic things to do. What do you need to do? It's a kind of a guide. The things like the question, remember the frequently asked questions? You can put those questions and put the tips and the answers to those questions on your blog, using the keywords that you have discovered that people are using. And start feeding the spider often, as much as you can. The more you feed them, you feed the web, the higher is your ranking going to be. You need to engage your comment community. When you say people are not going to come and visit my blog and comment on my blog, well, you need to reciprocate. You need to go and start commenting on other people's blogs, because otherwise they're not going to comment on yours. So you need to engage your comment community as much as possible in order for other people to comment on yours. Okay? Very important for the search engine. If you can add audio, video, and images on your website and your blog. YouTube is another powerful search engine. It's probably the second leader in search engine, and people actually watch videos a lot. So if you can add videos to your website, audios and images and pictures, this will help you also in your ranking. This is again a very powerful tool for the search engine optimization. Amplify your message. Make it so big. Every time you blog, you link it to your Facebook page, you link it to your Twitter, you link it to your LinkedIn, and that little thing that you have produced, you need to spread it around, because it's helping you rank high. It's helping you become visible on the internet. So you need to start to amplify your message across all those platforms in the social media. Right. The listening stations. You're going to start to listen to what other people are saying. Listen to your customers. What are they saying on the net? What are their pain? What are their frustrations? What are they talking about? What are their interests? Because the more you know about them, the better you can engage with them. Brand mentions. You need to listen to what brands, what companies that are in your industries, that are related to your business, are being mentioned online. Now, in the next few slides, we're going to talk about creating those listening stations. I'm going to give you the tools to enable you to listen so easy. It's coming to your inbox. It's coming to your email. You'll be able to follow on that. You need to listen to your competition to find out what are they saying on the net, what are they doing there as well. Leading stories. Sometimes remember one of the main reasons for business failures is that you don't follow market trends. If we don't follow market trends and what's happening there, what changes are taking place in the world, we won't be able to get up to date with respect to our market. So we need to go and listen to leading stories, because those will also be the topics that you might want to include in your blog. Very, very powerful. Find out what's happening in your industry and follow some leading stories and follow some leading people that are writing some new stuff that you can use for your content. People will look at you as being an expert when you actually include those topics in your blog. So it's very important for your credibility and building your brand over time. Media stalking. You follow the media. You follow the journalists and the reporters. This is something, a very big topic when we talk about the public relations session. This is where you follow what is being written in your local area, in the reporters, in the journalists. What are they writing about your type of industry? What are their issues? Because if you can find out and tap into what they're saying, you might be able to be a resource for them so that they come to you when they need some news or some information about certain topics relating to your industry. This is going to be a big topic when we talk about public relations. So you need to follow up what is being written on the media. Content, you need also to try, if you say, I don't know what to write about, what topic, when you follow the web, when you follow the topics that are being written in various places, you will be able to come up with ideas that would be of interest to your customers. The idea of blogging is not just to write anything. The idea of blogging or adding content to your website is to add content that would be valuable, that would be important for other people to find. So it's important to get grasp with all of these issues. These are the tools, listening station tools. These are the tools that you can use if you want to get that information. There is Google Alerts. You can create an alert. This is a free tool available for you. Google Alerts allows you to put a search query. I want you to find everything on the web that is written about this particular topic. You actually tell Google Alerts to send you alerts whenever this topic is being mentioned. And it will come to your inbox. Google Reader, again, is another tool. When you go and subscribe to other people's blogs, instead of you going every day to read what other people are saying, when you subscribe to their blogs, it will bring all that content in one place for you to see them all. That is what Google Reader does. Search Twitter, again, this is when a lot of people are tweeting. More and more people are actually establishing accounts on Twitter, and they're writing stuff related for your industry or your local area. So you can actually put the keywords in search.twitter to bring you in one screen, in one place, what is being said with particular topic or subject, or even a particular area, geographical area within your region. Social CRM, Social Customer Relationship Management, CRM, there are now tools that will help you identify who of your customers are actually on social media. Rapportive is a tool. It's a free tool that you can actually, if your customer has a Gmail, if you put the email of your customer in Rapportive, it will tell you, this is very powerful, it will tell you whether that person has used that email to open an account with Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Imagine that you are engaging with your customer on social media. This way, you increase your credibility. You are actually talking to them without actually seeing them. You're feeding them with information about your value, about the things that you can, the benefits that you bring to them without actually sitting across the table. This is such a very powerful tool, and there are so many other tools available as well. This will show you Google Alerts. The search query, I put my name, okay? I can put anything. I can put industry, products, services, anything that I can put the name of my company. Every time my name is mentioned on the net, Google Alerts will bring me that information to my inbox. I will know immediately on the day, the same day, whether I was mentioned on the net or not. Isn't that amazing? Result type, everything that is written about me, I want everything. How often do I want these alerts? Here, how often? I want it once a day. How many results? I want all results. And I put my email here, and I'm going to get these alerts to this email. And I create that query. It's such a simple thing to do. Okay, now this is Google Alerts. Google Reader, when I subscribe to other people's blogs using the RSS feed, remember that orange box? It will bring all of those alerts to Google Reader. So if you don't have an account with Google, go and establish an account with Google and get these free tools that are available for you to use with practically no money whatsoever. and you get so much information coming to you about what is going on the web, so that you can start to engage, you can start to actually add content that will help you become more visible online. If you're not visible online as a business, you don't exist. So you need to establish that real estate on the net. This is such an important aspect of growing your business and being successful. Now, Twitter, this is where when we talked about Twitter search, you put the search word that that you want to find what is being written about a certain thing, you put it on Twitter search, and it will find you whatever content that is being shared on Twitter as well. Post photos and videos. Like we said, photos, you need to put those on your online engagement. You need to use videos. You need to use slides. There is also a platform which is called slideshare.net, where every time you do a seminar or you do a presentation, you put those slides on SlideShare. You upload them there and you keep them there. And people actually looking for your type of industry will find those slides and look at, and they will be able to follow you there. Especially if SlideShare is linking it to your website. Wow, what a great search engine optimization tool you can have. Okay, total web presence, hub and spoke. Your corporate website is here. So it's not enough to have a website. You need to be able to get information from your website to your blog, to your social profiles, use pictures, videos, anything back and forth from your websites to these platforms. The more you can link those together, and it will really help you become visible online. Now, it's your turn. Your action steps. Review your website for content additions. Look at your website and decide what more information I can add to my website using those keywords that actually people use on the net. Such an important aspect of you being found online. There's no point in having a website that doesn't change, that doesn't have the right content. You need to be able to review your website now and decide what more content I can add to them. Consider adding and using a blog. Consider doing that because, as I said, if you don't have a blog, Google won't be able to find you. You need to have a blog, and you need to commit into adding content to that blog as often as possible. Plot it on your calendar. Commit yourself into adding content to your blog as often as you can. Create listening stations. You need to be able to start listening to what are the people saying on the net with respect to your business, your industry, your brand mentions, and use Google Alerts, Google Reader, search.twitter, things that you want to follow, and start listening to what other people are saying on the net. Start promoting content in social networks. Whatever content you have created in Google, you need to start connecting those and linking it to the social networks that you have. Create and optimize social media profiles. You need to start to have profiles across all of those platforms. On Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, at least these platforms, these are the most popular now. And start to create a profile there. Put a lot of meat into the information that you create there so that people, when they find you on those platforms, they see a lot of information that will give you credibility and will get them thinking about connecting with you and engaging with your business. and create a list of bloggers for potential guest post. When you invite people on your blog to write on your blog, this is also adds your credibility. So it's very important for you to invite people to write on your blog, and you go and write on other people's blogs as well. So this is very important. Go and try to identify those bloggers that you would like to invite to write in your blog. This is a very powerful step as well. Okay, I think that really ends up our session for today. And I'd like to thank you so much and look forward to seeing you in the next session. Bye.